Hello, my brothers and sisters. Good morning. Habari yenu, how are you? I hope each and every one of you is very peaceful and very okay and very healthy. How are you as from yesterday, my brothers and sisters? I'm here. I'm very doing well. I'm very fine. Actually, I'm very peaceful. And it is actually another glorious morning that we are here in the glory of God, our Almighty. May I once more say hello to my organic brothers and sisters who are always with me, who are following me and actually supporting me. I still say most welcome, and please continue actually supporting Cohera Senior, so that at least I be with you sharing. Let my brains be active as I talk and give you different issues as lifestyle concerns, more so in my Korea land. And in fact, we shall be touching some other cultures, African cultures, because we are all the same. Okay, yesterday's video, I think we did well, and I really appreciate. I finished trashing the beans, and for today, I am here. Where I am seated is actually my father's land. I said my father had 3 wives, and he subdivided his land into houses as I was putting it yesterday. So I'm going to show you the landscape, the view of my father's land. In fact, here is the highest point. Uh, this is the highest point, and you can see I am facing this way. So those you can see from far, those are homes. Those are my brother's homes. Down you go, you can see up to those beyond, you can see beyond there is a river. Beyond there, those are also my brother's uh, families. My brother's families, I said we are 11, and my father actually accumulated a very big tract of land. And we on this side of the river, we are 2 houses. 2 wives remained here. That is the last wife, that is my mother, and the second wife, that is actually the second wife of my father. So these homes you see here are the second wife of my father. You can see these bombers around down here, but this one here belongs to my mother's house, my eldest brother, who actually happened to pass away. And so beyond there, that is where my home is. And then the other side, then beyond the river, the way I'm pointing, that is actually the eldest wife of my father. That is where my other brothers are actually living. So this is the land here. This land here I am standing is actually a hill. This hill here was, you can see it, you can see the hill, you can see the way this hill is, and let me take you around this hill. This is where there are a lot of stones, and the meaning of this hill here actually is to harvest these stones for constructions. My father left this, and he said this one here is a no man's land to his sons. If you finish your education, you take your degree, you get employed, and then you are ready to construct. This is where actually you come and fetch the building stones. And at the other side, you see ladies passing. That is actually the road, which is leading to the main town. We call it behind. So you can see down here, these are actually particles, pieces of stones. Our sons who have finished have actually bought and constructed in different homes. Uh, they have constructed in different areas, very executive houses. And we here, as the sons of one father, nobody is jealous of anybody. We all share. Once anybody is ready, we share. He comes here, he fetches the stones, and then he goes and constructs. But remember, in our African culture, it is only the sons. It's only the sons who inherit their father's wealth. So you can see like this heap here. This is one of our sons who is already, who has bought somewhere, and he's ready now constructing a good house. So these stones can be carried anytime for his construction, where he constructs the house. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I brought you here is actually to talk about a shortage of land in Korean land. I have always told you that, okay, it is somehow very prestigious to have many wives. But in the current standard of living, you cannot have children without going to school. If you don't educate your children, then you will have nowhere to actually show them where they will build or make their families from. So our Kohera policy is we always contribute to any vulnerable daughter or boy or any vulnerable child who belongs to our family. We contribute, and then we make sure that this child has completed his studies. In fact, we have so many who have finished their universities and different colleges. Now, our policy here is that once the son has finished his school and actually gotten a job, he has to look elsewhere. He has to look elsewhere and buy and put his family. But he must have a very small piece of land which belongs to his grandfather. That is the ancestral land, even if it is 2 meters, where the grandsons are very many. But now that child will come into his mother's house, and he will be shown a portion which belongs to their great-grandfather, who is actually buried down here, who is always watching and seeing spiritually how his family is going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, shortage of land in Korea has brought a lot of conflict in different families. You find this is a man who has 2 wives or 3, and actually siring is very sweet. This man has sired around 8 to 10 sons. And these sons have not gone to school. They have grown up. Okay, the daughters have been married away. They brought the dowry. The sons used the dowry to marry, because according to us, it is your sister who gets married and then gives the dowry to your father, and the father now will release the dowry to the son. The son will use that dowry to marry his wife. So you find here, because of This family, this particular family, this particular father has not taken his children to school. Then okay, they grow up. He has 2 or 3 wives. This woman has 4 sons. This one has 3. Those are 7. This one has 3. Those are 10. But the total area of the land owned by that old man is actually 6 acres. So 6 acres you divide by 2 wives. Those are 3. I mean, those are 2 acres. Then this one here has 4 sons, because every son will get the land which belongs to the line of his mother. So you find now these are 4 sons dividing among, and remember the father has also to remain with his own. The way I said yesterday, you have, when you are dividing the land, you must have your own, and then this one will be given to somebody who you thought was so close to you, as I put it yesterday, the other time, that okay, there are some children who are stubborn, there are some children who don't actually mind about their parents. So when you are getting tired, you will always give the best to the closest son. I'm talking about a son. Girls have no right to come back and inherit. I'm repeating that one, that culturally, girls don't inherit their father's land. It is only sons. So you'll find these sons now, the 4 sons dividing the 2 acres, or rather one, then it is not enough. And remember again, these sons have also 2 to 3 wives. So it brings now, you can see, these sons are also polygamous, because it was sort of, it is sort of something which is in the blood. And the way you may take it, but I'm telling you what is on the ground, that our ladies are very much tamed. They don't argue about polygamy. It is something we found there from our four ancestors. It is something the Korean ladies are very tamed, with an exception of the most current who have gone to school. Now they are trying to resist. They are trying to resist the polygamy, and they are very much resisting. And now, in fact, they have started succeeding, because I do not see even my sons, my personal sons, maybe marrying a second or a third as I did, because they have gone out, they have married learned ladies with the different careers, and I do not see them actually seconding or marrying 2 to 3 wives. And also, they have very much been indulged in churches. The churches they are now walking according to the Bible. They are following the Bible. So it is now somehow difficult. It is now somehow difficult for the current generation to have more than one wife. And also remember, these sons, as I am talking, the land scarcity. You can see our father had a very big land, but nowadays there are so many who are missing. That is why our sons are buying out from outside. So due to a standard of life, the life in Kenya is very expensive. It is actually very expensive. You cannot get anything for free. You must struggle. If you are not, you eat as you struggle. You get money as you struggle. So if you are not very hardworking, then that is where you are. You are a lazy person. Your people will go into poverty, and you will always make your family suffer. So that is where I am today, showing you that the current standard of living in Kenya, and more so Korea, is very expensive. The lifestyle here is actually, unless you work hard, unless you go to school, there is a shortage of land, total shortage of land, which for those who don't go to school and they get jobs, that family I was talking about is when now you find the real brothers fighting and cutting one another because of a small piece of land. They say, okay, this portion is mine, and this one says, no, it is me who is supposed to do it. Then you find them fighting. There are so many court cases. There are so many conflicts. They go even as far as beating their fathers. If the father is not very careful, if the father is biased and saying, okay, this one belongs to this woman because I love this one more than this one. So you get there are problems, and you find the situations are very difficult to handle. So for today's video, I think I only wanted to show you the real lifestyle of the most current living standard in Kenya, and on individual families, particularly if you have many children and if you don't educate your children, then life actually becomes so hard. And that is why you find, as I said yesterday, that fathers die early. Fathers die early due to stress and hypertension, high blood pressure. Others are poisoned because they have not done this good. So there is no peaceful destination unless one has actually a very clear vision, and then you focus on the vision, then you implement. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the situation. Let me now show you where I think we have just come in. We don't know where how we entered this land. Let me give you the geographical part of it, how it is. This is still my father's land. Just going to the back, coming down there, you can see some homes. You can see some homes there inside. Those are still fat. So it's a very, very, very large. In fact, our family is very big. It's a very big family. Yeah. So let us now go back to the road where we entered this hill. I've said this hill is actually a no sun's land. A no sun's land. We all harvest these stones to whoever is ready. And there are so many down here. There are so many building stones, and we don't normally sell them. We don't sell the stones to the outsiders. No, that is actually a policy. And here is where we are. You can see like these ones have collected, but this was, and even this road here is it's still on my father's land. He donated the land for free because he was saying when he died, we were still very young and nobody had completed schools. But he was focusing. He had a very forward focus. He said, this hill here, I know one day my children will grow up, they will get money and they will change. By then we were sleeping in grass-thatched houses. But he had seen that the permanent houses will come later. So he left this. So this is the road. This is the road up to there. There is a junction down there, which now connects the one goes down there, the one comes this one into different towns. And here now, I'm now going to my home. This is actually the road to my home. Going up there, going up. Yeah, so you can see we have been all walking all from that hill. So here we are almost actually reaching. This is our neighbor. This is our neighbor's home. And this is my closest neighbor. And we share actually one river. We share everything that We have good, friendly relationship as neighbors. So you can see this road now. This one leads to another center. There is another center very far from here. And also the school where my children go is actually along this road as we move. Okay, here I have always told you that there is a church. This is my nearest church. This is where actually we normally attend, my family attends the church. This is the real church, our church. It is quite a very big church. It is under Maranatha Faith Assembly. And now you can see coming here, this is now a diversion to my home. This is my home, you remember, you have seen the normal features of my home have been depicted to finish this house. I don't know when, but let me pray God. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have now come back home, and that is all I wanted to share with you today. And may you watch and actually comment. Remember, we are on the social life and the social lifestyle and the daily activities, the way we behave here. So this is where we are today. Otherwise, may God bless you abundantly until we meet tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you.